And here we are back at it again. I have a 1956D roll here. This 1956D roll has been taped shut for who knows how long. I have no idea. I'm looking for the edge of the tape to see if I can pull it or if I'm going to have to cut it off. Can't tell yet. Picking at it, trying to get it open here. Let's see. Okay, it looks like this might come off. And then again, it might not. Let me get my knife. I'm going to do a video, an educational video on how to tape rolls shut. It's a pretty nice looking roll. Let's go ahead and dump it. See what's in here. I'm really excited. I'm always excited about 56D. This 56D's got some stuff in it I really like to find, and I don't very often. Not the really good stuff. So here we go. Coin number 1, Stanley. Stanley will get the first coin in the roll. We'll see what happens. Here it is. Nothing special there. Nothing on the eye. We'll look at the reverse of the first 10 coins, but after that, I'm going to kind of give up on the reverses because, well, double die reverse is just not known for 1956D. All right, there's the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick. All right, nothing there. And Stanley's first coin is nothing but a 56D. Here's Mr. French. Mr. French for coin number 2 in the roll. Coin number 2 is it's got a little gouge inside the 9 of the date. And I don't see anything else. Nothing else on it. It's about the reverse real quick. Nothing there. That's number 2. YouTube finally sent an alert on time. I'll tell you what, man. YouTube's kind of failing lately. Here's Carl. Carl got himself a RPM here. Yeah, that's a split lower, split upper, split lower. Pretty decent little RPM. Nice little find. Got a heavy die gouge between the 9 and 5 of the date. That's going to be how we are going to note this particular die through the remainder of this roll. It's going to be the 9-5 scratch. 9-5 scratch is going to be our first RPM for the roll. Oh, nice, Stephen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Here's coin number 4, Malcolm. And nothing date and mint mark related. Nothing on the eye. Nothing in Liberty or the motto. Nor the reverse. Number 5 now. Penny Hoarder. And Penny Hoarder comes out with Do a little bit of a light adjustment. There we go. Okay. Nothing on the obverse. Check the reverse real quick. Nothing there. Well, Kelly Ray, you could be a celebrity. All you have to do is have somebody spread rumors about you being dead. You got everybody looking for you. Alright, this is the same as that earlier die that had nothing. It has that little gouge on the inside of the 9 of the date. So we're going to continue to move along. Yes, it did go viral. That's for sure. Just shows how many people care, which that's a great thing. We have a hell of a community here. A lot of people really get along well. Even the ones who don't get along do very well to coexist. Alright, this is a minor RPM. We've got a scratch between the 5 and the 6. I'm just going to take that as a relatively heavy scratch between the 5 and the 6. We've got a relatively minor split lower serif. I don't know if this is going to count for anything, but we're going to keep it out anyway, just in case we can get it listed. Let's see what we have on the reverse. Yeah, nothing there. Yes, Dennis, I believe it is. Let me check the rest of these. Okay, it's not any of those, and it's not that one. Yeah, that was your first coin, number 7. Oh yeah, I know, Joe. And I didn't know for sure one way or the other. And it took me a while to find her profile so I could do a friend request. It took me a while to find it. And Sherman too. Sherman loves you. Sherman loves everybody. Sherman loves to be loved. I think that's what it is for him. Sherman just loves attention. Anybody give him attention, he loves you. And he's just a very kind dog. We hung up hummingbird feeders for my wife today outside, and the dog helped. He showed up. There's another one of our 56D RPMs. A pretty decent looking coin. That one's for Mr. McBride. Here's coin number 10. Back to Mr. French. And I got nothing going on there. So that one will get pulled. Hello, Josh. Here's coin number 11 now for Carl. Oh. Nothing going on there. No, Stephen, there are no known double die reverses for 1956D. But there's a lot of good stuff going on with the mint marks. So I tend to hyper-focus on the mint marks. But we will be looking at the reverse of all the coins just for the sake of the brevity in the show. I don't dig through what we don't have any good proof existing. That is a nice RPM, however, it's kind of dinged up a little bit. Let's see if we can find a better one of these, but that one is an RPM nonetheless. And this one's going to Eric. Alright, here we go. Next one in. Another one of my little tiny split serifs. This one will go to Marshall. That's that one with the line between the 5 and the 6. Here's number 14 now. This one's for Sissy. Miss Sissy, your coin is up. And got nothing. Unfortunately, got nothing. Shooting blanks. Adam's up next. Let's see what Adam gets. I had such hope and promise. It's earlier die state. I mean, this is a nice early mid die state coin, but nothing there. Nothing there. That's right. You know, it's a thrill of the hunt. I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Dennis. Let's see what Dennis comes out with. I'm looking at that little spot at the bottom on the inside of the mint mark. Looks like a little horizontal bar going across there in some angles. And now that I've gone all the way around, I've proven to myself that that was just reflection. So this is... oh, it's a doubled eyelid. We do have a doubled eyelid. Nice little doubled eyelid. Relatively well hubbed and sharp. That's for Dennis. Dennis the Menace. That's what I think of every time I say your name. Dennis the Menace. I only remember watching that show in syndication. I kind of liked it. It was a pretty good show, but man, I never saw any of those first run, that's for sure. Doubled eyelids are growing on Eric. Now if I could just get Chris to like him too. Chris Hurley. He's just learning RPMs, but he's really more of a double die spread guy. Got to have something, a little bit of meat on the bone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Double eyelid doesn't necessarily have meat on the bone. But we are on double die alert. Specifically doubled eyelid, double die alert. Checked the weather forecast earlier just to see what they plan to see for the rest of the week, because it's like, you know, you never really know exactly what's going to happen, and sometimes they get it wrong. I think they get it right more often than they get it wrong. But so I look at the forecast and near fell out of my chair. Today's high was, I'm going to guess, probably around 85 degrees. 80 to 85, somewhere around 85. tomorrow's high, they're expecting to be 93. And then 95 on Friday. And then 97 on Saturday. I think, what is going on? We're too close to the ocean to have that kind of weather. Here's a doubled mint mark right there, a little one. Big old die scratch coming straight up out of the one. One of the date. I need to have, like, sound effects. Wonder if I could do some sort of sound effects. I'm going to see if I can do that. Have a little horn. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Dennis again. Coin number 21. Well, there is a little RPM there. Little split lower serif RPM. So I'll pull it out, put it in a pile with the rest, and see what happens. It looks like Dennis may end up with 2 die varieties out of this roll. Out of his 3 coins. You don't get batting average like that. I mean, heck, I don't know of anybody anywhere to have a 667 batting average, right? Here's number 22. 22 goes to Gulf Coast. It does sound like South Florida, which is one good reason why I got away from there. It was too hot there for me. I kind of like the lizards and the coconut trees and all that stuff, but man, it was just too hot. Just couldn't get used to the oppressive heat. I was there for 10 years. Couldn't get used to the oppressive heat. Alright, coin number 23 now for Eric. Nope, got a nothing. Got a nothing, got a nothing. $69 in Minneapolis. Yeah, but see, Minneapolis is a place where it doesn't ever get really hot enough to burn off all the bugs and stuff, and you end up with mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds. And they last about 4 months out of the year. Around here, we don't have so many mosquitoes in the middle of the summertime. They burn up. We just don't have enough water or moisture around for them. Got nothing for you on this one. 2 RPMs and a doubled eyelid. There you go. Right about that. Let's see here. Love bug season was only 2 days this year. Wow, I've seen love bug season go 3 weeks. Even longer. I remember a few years back, oh man, it was probably close to 10 years ago now, had a friend drive cross state to Fort Pierce from Bradenton, drove back to Bradenton. His truck at the end of that drive was so loaded you couldn't see any chrome on the front of the truck. The chrome was totally covered in bugs. It was nasty. It stunk too. It smelled bad. Your state bird, the mosquito. That's right, the pileated mosquito. Burrows holes in people. With its proboscis. Proboscis. I think that's what they call that. Little tongue thing that they use to pierce your skin, little hypodermic needle. I think it's called a proboscis. Yeah, it's that thing you get dengue fever from. Yeah, I think your state bird has put some real fear in the hearts of Floridians with the Zika virus and this virus and that virus. And my aunt actually caught on to an illness spread by the Lone Star tick. It makes you allergic to meat. I think I'd rather jump off a building than not be able to eat my meat. There's one for Taco John, number 28 now. Nope. Big old scratch in front of the face, but there's nothing there. Yeah, I'll just keep moving along. What else can a guy do? Anyone know the real state bird of Minnesota? Is it a loon? I'm thinking it quacks or honks, because Minnesota's got a ton of water, lots and lots of water, 10,000 lakes. It's got to be an aquatic bird, some sort of a wood duck or something they've put on a stamp. But the first thing that came to mind was a loon. Wee bit of a Larry on that one. Oh, you cheated. I didn't. I'm sitting here doing a show. I didn't look it up. I thought it was a loon. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, up next. We don't have those here in North Carolina. However, I've been in states where you don't generally ever see their state bird, which I think that's just kind of wicked ridiculous. But in this state, we do see our state bird on a regular basis. Anybody know the state bird of North Carolina? You just got the bugs washed off your truck. Yeah, in the middle of the state, they're a lot worse than they are at the coast. Holy moly. You drive into like Arcadia or Okeechobee or areas like that, man, it's just nasty. I mean, thick. I remember driving through clouds of those things. It sounded like a little sleet storm. Nobody going to try that state bird of North Carolina, huh? Well, I'm starting to lose hope that we're going to find a really good one in this roll, but we do still have a few coins left to go. You have to remember, I'm that guy. Yes, Sissy, you're correct. It is cardinal. We have cardinals in our backyard. In fact, I had a female cardinal inside my porch area, my screened porch area today. I just swung the door wide open for her, and I went back inside, and eventually she left. We have a lot of common East Coast birds here. A lot of our common East Coast birds are actually kind of cool looking. We have the eastern bluebird here. It's bright blue on the back, and then orange and white on the front. And then we have cardinals, which are bright red. And then we have goldfinches, which are bright yellow. We have grackles, crows, all kinds of warblers, wrens, and finches. We have black and white woodpeckers. We have downy woodpeckers. We have pilate woodpeckers. We've got redheaded woodpeckers. We do have ospreys. We do have bald eagles here too. I've seen a few bald eagles in this area. One of them, I went outside one day and just kind of hanging outside and decided to stretch my neck, and I looked straight up and there was a bald eagle above me, flying around looking for dinner. And man, he was high. He was up there soaring way up high, and it was bright blue sky, beautiful day, and his white head and white tail showed up real clearly. A gift from an osprey. What do? Poop a fish onto him? Half digested fish, probably yacked it up. A bass. Nice. 2-pound bass. How about that? I'm very familiar with the osprey. Lots of them in Florida. Here's another one of our doubled eyelids. And just like Dennis's coin. This one goes to Taco John. Nice little doubled eyelid there. It's pretty strong. With a sparrow in your grill? Oh, that's horrible. I like birds. I love birds. There's some birds I like more than people. What's he saying there? No, who knows? Just leave him alone. He'll be okay. I have heard of a yellow cardinal. It's a mutation. I've seen a photograph of a yellow cardinal. Now, there are such things as yellow cardinals, but they look more like parrots, and they're from South America. We don't have those here, and they're not the same. But this yellow cardinal that I saw a photograph of actually looked like a regular cardinal with the black face and everything, except it was yellow in color. Very interesting. There's a few different kinds of birds that I do kind of miss around here that I don't seem to hear. Whippoorwill is one of them. The common quail or bobwhite is another one I generally don't hear around here. We do have barred owls that we hear at night. Barred owls are the ones that say, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you?" This is one of our minor RPMs. I'll go back and show it to you. Little bit of a split lower serif. You can see that split right there in the middle of the lower serif. Yeah, we got lots of honeybees here. I love honeybees. Honeybees keep us alive. A lot of people don't even realize that. If it weren't for honeybees, most of the plants that we eat would die because they would not be pollinated. They would go into mass extinction. We need to take care of our honeybees better. Quit being afraid of them. There's nothing to be afraid of. Honeybees will not sting you unless they think they're going to die. Because after they do sting you, they do die. Oh yeah. Sandhill Cranes. Yes, I definitely remember the Sandhill Cranes. I've got photos of Sandhill Cranes that I took many years ago. They used to let me get real close to them. I mean, within a foot or two. I took pictures that were really, really detailed of Sandhill Cranes. My wife loved them. She'd go out there and she would feed them. They would eat bread. It's number 43 now. 43 goes to Tim Morrell. Mr. Tim. Got a minor RPM there. You can see the split on the lower serif. This is our line between the 5 and 6 RPM. So we have seen this one before. Woody woodpeckers, meaning the redheaded woodpeckers, we do. We do have redheaded woodpeckers here. We have, oh man, we got all kinds. I could probably name 50 or 60 different kinds of birds that we have here, but the buntings are some of the nicest looking ones. They're very colorful, especially the indigo buntings, which are solid bright blue. A little bit of black on them. We have chickadees, we have titmouse, we have kingfishers. Are you talking about the Sandhill Cranes, Kelly? And some of the Sandhill Cranes are actually tame enough from being around people in parks and stuff that they don't run away. Yeah, when you get close to them, they don't run away. I have, after I finish this roll, we'll take a look. I've got some photos. I'll show you guys some photos that I took about 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, of, there's an RPM. That's one of the south RPMs right there. A little extra piece on the south of the RPM. This is going to be about a 50-50 roll. I think. I don't know. Nah, not close. Oh well, that was wishful thinking. We're probably going to get around 20, 15 to 20. Here's another one. Lower split serif. So I had a sandhill crane in my backyard one time. We were feeding them bread. We figured they ate grain or something like that. We had no idea what they ate as a natural meal, right? So we have these little brown lizards everywhere in Florida. On the west coast, they're called anoles, little brown anoles. You don't really have them that much on the east coast, but on the west coast, they're plentiful. There's millions of them. So we have this little anole on the screen of our screened-in porch, and the damn bird looks at me, and then he looks over at the screen, kind of tilts his head, and walks over there and plucks the plucks the lizard right off the screen and swallows it down. I had no idea those birds ate lizards. But they do. Oh, there's black panthers coming up all over the country now. I've seen black panthers in Missouri. They got Florida panthers in Florida, but I think there's some black panthers there too, if I'm not mistaken. There's another one of our RPMs. Little minor split lower serif. And boys and girls, the word is pronounced serif. It's not serif. Just to be sure. All right, and that's 50 coins. You got all of them there. And we have now quite a stack of normal coins, actually. Looks like it's going to be well over half the roll, unfortunately. Let me gather this together here real quick. There we go. Get them straightened out. Alright, there's that, the normal ones. Now the die varieties. Die varieties we have are the coins numbered 9, 3, 12, 20, 13, 50, 47, 46, 43, 40, 37, 21, and 16. So let's see, that's 13 coins. Not half the roll, but 13 coins. So that'll do that. Let me show you the pictures that I took of the Sandhill Cranes. You guys will like them. These are all photos that I took, but here's one of the Sandhill Cranes I took a picture of. They used to let me get really close to them. Laughing gull. It's a seagull out on the beach. They're the ones that go, ah, 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 ah. Sounds like they're laughing. This was a little more difficult to do. Catch one of those in flight. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Sandhill crane with a baby. Yep. Sandhill cranes indeed are nice birds. Here's a Sandhill crane baby. Some of the best pictures I got were let's see. Oh, thinking scenery. No, it's not scenery. Where is it? Wildlife, maybe? No. Could it be Everglades? No, my Everglades pictures are kind of cool. It's a pretty awesome place. Love that place. There's a flock of buzzards right before a big thunderstorm. Those are black vultures. Mayaca State Park. Here's a bird taking a nap. I enjoyed that. I liked living there. I liked taking pictures and stuff. Some of my favorite photos were ones like this. Those things were hard to catch. Spider. Let's see. Oh yeah, the aguilators. We'll see the aguilators. There's one. I got bit up by fire ants taking that picture. Little alligator. And here's another one. This little guy was like, "Hey dude, don't come over here, I might bite you." I was like, "Okay, don't worry about it, I'm not getting any closer. I just want a picture of you smile." And he did. Here's one. Big old sucker. Yeah. I said my pictures were good. I didn't say I was sane. Look at this one. How about that? Picture of a gator in the water with the reflection of the clouds. I thought that was neat. Well, do you think I'd get up close to a sober one? How about this? Right up on that one. Here's one. This guy, he kept coming to me like I was going to feed him. I didn't like that. So I took a couple of pictures and left. Let's see. This is all while I was living in Florida. Pictures of flowers. Man, there's a ton of flowers there. I just love the flowers that were there. Really nice hibiscus. Red hibiscus. Hibiscus is very common. There is a lot of them. And what this is. Oh, here's some cabbage plant. Water cabbage. I didn't try any of it, but people say it tastes like cabbage. I say, no thanks. No need. But it's all good. There we go. Yeah, Myakka is loaded with gators. In fact, Myakka Park. Have you ever done a Google? Look at this. If I do maps at google.com and I go out here and go down to Florida and bring up the Myakka River area, the Myakka Lake. Okay, so let me bring up the that picture, that kind of stuff. And then you come in here on Myakka Lake. There's a place here called Deep Hole. And if you get really close on Deep Hole, this is a newer picture. It used to be a picture on here that you could see all kinds of alligators out here. I mean, they were just, the place was ripe with them. I don't see any here. This must have been a wintertime picture. Let's see, I think you can change the timing of your picture if you figure out how. No, darn it. Wait a minute. Explore. No. There used to be a way that you could change the date of the pictures you're looking at. This is a 2022 picture, I guess. The older pictures. No, it's not actually. This isn't off Alligator Alley because if you look at my cursor, you can see this is Sarasota right here. And here's Bradenton up here, and then Sarasota here. And then this is Myakka Lake, and then this is South Myakka Lake. And all of this is Myakka State Park. And this river right here is just full of gators. I mean, there's gators everywhere in this river. But the thing is you only see them in the summertime pretty much because they don't like cold weather, and they don't come out much in the cold weather. But usually you can see gators laying in the water pretty much everywhere in Florida. Here's the upper Myakka Lake, and they like to be on this shore back in here because the other shore, the south shore, is basically infested with people, and gators don't like that. They don't like being around people. So if you come out here and you go to the south, this is the outpost area and the parking area and all that. And there's a lot of people and kayaks and all kinds of other stuff out here. The gators don't like this area nearly as much. And then this is the dam that keeps the lake where it is. And then the river comes down to the lower lake. You do the lower lake, and then the river comes down from there and goes all the way out to the Gulf like this. And here it's coming out at the Gulf. And this is the Gulf of Mexico. Now, right here is a place called Rotunda. Anybody ever heard of Rotunda? I'm sure some of you have. Heck, Eric lives, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 miles from here. But Rotunda was a place that back in the 60s, they were going to make this self-sustaining city. And so it was going to be houses and businesses in this big circle design with a canal going all the way around it and canals going through it. And it's kind of neat in design and everything, but it never really worked. And one of the biggest promoters and pushers of this neighborhood that was supposed to be the big round neighborhood rotunda was Ed McMahon. And Ed McMahon was that was a really cool thing that they had. It was going to be, and the golf course is there. I mean, they had planned for it to have golf course. The golf course is there. The moats and everything are there. I mean, it's kind of neat, but it's a very unique little area. The El Jobian Bridge. But yeah, that was a good 45-minute drive from my house. I used to live up here in Bradenton. And now I live in the sunny state of North Carolina. My house is located right in this area, south of Raleigh. But there we go. This is my markers for the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you've not driven the Blue Ridge Parkway, man, it is beautiful. There's some really nice areas there in the Blue Ridge Parkway. They got some great views there, especially when the leaves are changing colors in the fall. It's absolutely wonderful. But anyhow, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take off and get ready for the roll dig. The roll dig that we're going to do on Carl's Roll is going to be coming up at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, I will be back. There is a show scheduled for 9 o'clock. It is the roll dig. I've got the roll out here. We're almost ready to go with it. So I'll be back at 9 o'clock, which is 15 minutes from now. So, great people. I will be back. You guys will too, I'm hoping. I'll see you then.